Good afternoon. Today I'm going to work on thinning some of my seedlings that I started a couple weeks ago. I have some snapdragons that are quite heavily seeded that need to be thinned so that we'll get a few stronger plants out of it rather than a ton of weaker plants. So I'm going to go find my snips and go get into the area where I have my seedlings started and get going on that. So this is where I have all my seedlings. They're kind of against a wall in my pool room, and these are the ones. These ones here are ones I just seeded a couple days ago, and as you can see, some of them really are coming up already. But the ones I want to work on today are these ones that we seeded a few weeks ago. Mainly the snapdragons. Those are a little bit too much in one little pocket there. And I'll just kind of take a look at them all as we go through. Okay, so here we have one of the trays of snapdragons that I started a few weeks ago. So I have obviously overseeded badly. So I'm gonna have to take out a lot of these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go cell by cell and just try to find maybe two really good, strong contenders in each cell and cut the rest of them out. As you can see, some have already decided to leave us. So you don't want to pull them because you're going to end up pulling other ones next to the one you're trying to remove. They just pull very easily out, as you see. But I want to get this down to maybe 12 seedlings that are going to have a better chance of surviving without having to compete with all these extras, because it's just way too many. So let's see. Get in on the these are all too many here. So I've done a first thinning on these snapdragons. I'm gonna let them bounce for a little bit and see if a few of them will kind of start looking better. There's just too many. But this is a Maverick geranium apple blossom. And there's just one per cell. There's two in this cell. So I think I'll take that one out, the second smaller one, and move on to the rest of the plants. Here's more of the Maverick apple blossom geranium. There's 2 in this cell. This one's slightly farther away from this plant, so I think I'll cut this one out. So we just have 1 per cell. And then we have feverfew here. There's quite a few in many of the cells, but it's starting to get its true leaf, and I want to trim it, thin it before it gets too crazy. Apricot aster. This is Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus. I only need 1 per cell. This one's twisty. Take that one out. This one's leaning this way, which is probably not a bad thing. But there's one really squirrely one. Three in this cell. That one looks weird on the bottom. We'll go with that. This one is very twisty. We'll get rid of that. These are both really twisty. This one's the most straight. Okay, I have just 1 in every cell now, right? Yep. Once I start to see roots coming through, like I can see just tiny bits maybe. There's some roots coming through. Once I really see strong roots coming through, then I will put them in slightly larger size containers to grow on a little bit more before I put them outside. Okay, this one is Celosia. Since these are larger cells, I can leave 2 for sure in here. These have
just sprouted, but I can tell already that I'm going to have to thin them. So I think I might thin them now since I'm out here thinning anyway. So here's my pile of cuttings. I definitely left many of them way too long. I think it's much better and easier to thin pretty much right when the seedlings come up. Give it a day or two and then start thinning out, because otherwise you get this situation where just way too many. I mean, I definitely
Seeded, but I really could have given the other seedlings a better chance had I trimmed them out earlier. Whew, that doesn't seem like much, but that is going to do it for me for today. I definitely need to thin my seedlings much earlier. I just kind of, I guess I got busy and I forgot about thinning the snapdragons especially. Those were way overseeded. So I'm going to come in more regularly and check on the new seedlings that I started and thin them kind of a couple days after they come up, and I can see which ones are stronger. And other than that, that's going to do it for me for today. I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.